but tonight he's the host.
Starting soon, hold your breath. The clock ticks closer to digital death. Fault in the dark, you know the tune. Just wait for it, starting soon.
He sold a Coke NFT, thought it'd never go flat. Now it's worth less than a Subway rat. Universal dreams in a JPEG frame. Bull's fortune faded, but he's still in the game. Keyboard clicks, the chat's alive. The hype's building up like a beehive. This is the wait, the eerie calm before the chaos drops like a ticking bomb.
Starting soon, hold your breath. The clock ticks closer to digital death. Fault in the dark, you know the tune. Just wait for it, starting soon.
Creeping, air feel dense, room full of whispers, none make sense. Heartbeat echoes, the clocks tick slow. Vault cracks open, time to let it show. Specters lurking, cold in the chest. Ghostly voices, paranormally correct. Sips crawl upward, tension in the air. Baseline breathing, drums say beware. Paranormally correct. OG balls in effect. Page the electric beats resurrect. On a groove, spirits connect. OG balls in effect. OG vault, always direct. Paranormally correct. OG balls in effect. Energy effect. Beats resurrect. On a groove, spirits connect. OG balls in effect. OG vault, always direct.
What's up, everybody? Good morning and happy drop day. We got another Star Wars drop, kind of the culmination of Star Wars month, May, and his BB-8 first appearance. I feel like my mic's a little low. We got the OG, the legendary Mo Knows joining us today. He's grabbing some coffee right now. He's got a crazy work schedule at this point where he has to go to bed at or he has to get home at 4, so he had to set his alarm. He's running on 2 or 3 hours of sleep here. Let me get everything loaded up. The nice thing about today's drop, there's only 2 things you can get, the common or the secret rare. And you have, I think, about a 10% chance of getting that secret rare. There's only 250 editions. Am I wrong on the math? We can bring out the calculator if we need to, but that seems like a pretty good chance of getting the best thing possible today. Shout out to all the OGs and homies in the chat. People must be pumped for today's drop. We can play some gifts before Mo gets here. Happy drop day. Here we go.
Here we go again.
We got OG right in the chat. Let's go.
Hold up. On me, millionaire. On me, millionaire. Bullish on that cryptocurrency, yeah, you know it. Ever since the
Star Wars month culmination, BB-8 first appearance. We got OGs in the chat. Mr. Bilby is here. Yeah, like they were saying in the chat, Bilby, I don't think it makes a difference whether you're using auto pay or not. It's all about that luck. You're gonna have about a 10% chance of getting a secret rare today. We got Mr. Tucson here, who is apparently AKA Soapy Smith. I haven't heard that AKA before. He's got a lot of AKAs. Yes, the dream team is back as soon as Mo gets his coffee and wakes up, hopefully. OG Rob T in the house. He's always hanging out with us on Tuesdays when me and Mo used to go live. He's my former co-host for our old show, Tales from the Crypto, on Tuesdays. Only good thing, a lot of people like BB-8 a lot. Shout out to Dan K in the chat. Dan K, what's your plan? You buying? I got enough for 2. If I could have sold that special edition from yesterday, and whoever in the chat told me to put it up for 99, that's what I should have done originally. That's what I got it up for now. Now I'm just trying to get rid of it, but nobody's bought it yet. So if I had that, maybe I'd buy more. I got enough for 2. I did sell one of my commons from yesterday. The 3 digits sold for 15 gems, so you get those low digits. Don't put them up for floor price. They do eventually sell for almost double floor price sometimes. There's an OG in the chat. We got WAP here. Let's go. What's up, WAP? Ahoy, ahoy, Denny OC in the house. OG and Monho's back together. Let's go. And Mo's been collecting baseball cards, and he said something about maybe getting together and showing off our baseball cards. So I do. Got my cards, some cards here. Y'all ain't ready for my collection, bruh. And you see the Wemby in the background. Shout out to all the Spurs fans. Spurs beat the Thunder in Game 7. They're going to the NBA Finals against the New York Knicks, which I don't really think the Knicks got a chance, do they? Maybe they do. Well, I shouldn't say that. Mo's going to be here. He's a New York guy, so he might be thinking the Knicks are going to win. That's going to be interesting. I have to ask him about that. I shouldn't even put Wemby back there. I didn't think about that. We got a Knicks fan coming on as the co-host, and I got the Spurs in the background. That's sacrilegious. What's up, Hippie? Good to see you back in the chat again, my man. Hippie went for the drop with us yesterday. I got 2 commons. Price predictions. Let's see if anybody put theirs in there. I asked for them. You see, I was like, BB-8 price predictions. I was calling it BB-9 for a while. I had to delete my tweet because I called it BB-9. You can see how much I pay attention to this. All right, here's a couple of price predictions. We got Arfin here with the common at 8 and the secret rare at 300. That sounds pretty legit. Denke's not as bullish. 160 on the secret rare. He got 100 from somebody who agrees with him. Booby agrees. 975 on the common. What do we think? 300 or 160? That's a pretty big difference. Let's look at these edition sizes. Let me get back to today's drop. Mo, let me see if I got a message from Mo. If Mo's ready to go, or if he's having issues, he probably just got to get that coffee together. Let me pull this up. Let's take a look at our edition sizes for today's drop. BB-8. I'm pretty sure there's 2,015 of the commons. Yep, and 215 of the secret rares. And there's something very special about today's drop if you didn't know already. Let me pull this up. For the secret rare, the lowest secret rare serial number possible is 2. They only kept number 1. Usually they keep, like, I don't know, number 1 through 10. The lowest will be number 11. Maybe if you're super lucky on something super scary, you'll get the lowest as 7. But we've never had a drop where the lowest possible serial number you can get is 2. Who's going to hit that 2 today? Now, they're going to have a good drop day right there. If you hit that number 2, even that number 3 secret rare, oh my goodness. Yeah, market is pretty stale right now. But it's a first appearance of a pretty popular Star Wars character. We got a Knicks fan in the chat. Maybe they'll put up a fight. They did have like 10 days of rest. What's up, OG? Thomas G in the house. Let's go. All the OGs are here. We got Ghost Slayer in the building. Let's go. I'm going for 2 because that's all I can afford. If somebody goes and buys my special edition, maybe I'll buy more. Because I feel like you got a 10% chance of getting that secret rare. And I think the secret rare is going to be closer to the 300 range than the 160 range. But I could be wrong. Let me know what y'all think. Mo Square in the way of your price predictions. Oh, my bad. I didn't think about that. I'll go back and look at them. I'll scroll up so you can see them. What's up, Abdullah's in the chat. Let's go. Good to see you, my man. Good luck if you're going for this 5,000 gem bounty on mint number 2015. I got it right there for you. Shout out to Comics and Crypto with the bounty. We got Disney Magic in the house. Let's go. Good morning. Good luck today. That's a good one to go for. I wasn't even thinking that this was going to be a great drop because I didn't look at the edition sizes or anything. And then somebody mentioned during the live stream yesterday that this was a really good drop to go for. It was probably Dane K. And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, it actually is. I was at MSG last time Knicks played in the finals versus the Spurs in 1999. They've been trying to get back to the finals, but my Pacers kept beating them up in the in the playoffs every year. But not this year. Pacers suck this year. Where you at, Mo? Let's go, Mo, bro. All right, apparently, yeah, that is right in the way of my price predictions. I can do this little thing right here where I go like that. Bada boom, bada bing. There you go. We got ARF, like I said, common at 8, secret rare at 300. I don't know. Mr. Evo, all right, so apparently they think that's too high, but they agree with this. So maybe Dan K is more closer. I'm just going by the emojis here because he's at 160. He gets the 100. He's at 300. He's like, I don't know about that. That's a laugh. That's like a laughing emoji, right? And then 975 on the common. All right, let me bring it back up. Let's go. Yeah, I hope it's a good series. But I think that was the series of the playoffs. They ended last night. It went all the way to Game 7. It was like the 2 best teams. And I've been saying for a long time, if you've been watching my Tuesday live streams that we used to do with Mo, we talk sports all the time. And I've been saying the Spurs are going to be good for like the next 3 or 4 years. They're so young and they're so good. They've been drafting great. Number 8 and number 228. B equals 2 will be okay. Serials 2. Ooh, I didn't think about 8. 228. That makes sense. If y'all can remember that. Because the 2 stands for a B. So it's like BB-8. It's going to be hard to remember. If you get the 228, though, keep your eyes out for that. And 888. That's a good one, too. What's up, Debo? Good to see you, my man. Ewing missed finger roll versus Pacers still hurts. Yeah, Patrick Ewing, man. I feel like they cheated. We've talked about this before in my conspiracy theories on sports. I feel like the Knicks cheated to get that draft pick for Ewing, and the curse was on him, and Ewing never won a championship because of it. Rick Smith's the dunking Dutchman. Hey, I'm from Indiana. I love all Pacers. Reggie Miller is my GOAT, sir. All right, let's get this drop set up and ready to go. I don't know. Mo said he was just getting some. My mom's calling me. I don't want to answer my phone from my mom on my live stream. Braylon! Who knows what she wants? That's kind of random. Alright, I'm waiting for Mo to show up, waiting for the drop to begin. Let me go ahead and join the wait list. It's 25 gems today. We got 19 minutes before the drop begins, so you got 14 minutes to join before the wait list closes. You might want to... Nah, I wouldn't be using any of my MCP points for today's drop. You're definitely going to get selected. The question is, are you going to get the common or the secret rare? And I think like yesterday, it'll be something like 35% of the drop sells out initially, and then the entire drop sells out as soon as the rebounds hit, because everybody's going to take that 10% chance to get the secret rare. Could do the math on this. I got 50 gems, 60 gems. Yesterday I spent 100 gems going for a special edition on that 10 gem Star Wars drop. See, I got 65 gems, and I did get the special edition, but unfortunately I haven't been able to sell that special edition yet. So I'm a little short on jimmies. I've been kind of collecting stuff, stacking stuff, holding stuff. And I don't know, like they said in the chat, this market's been a little bit stale, but a lot of the stuff that I've been holding on to has been going up. Now, these have not been going up, but I still think it's really smart to hold these because we've already seen VeVe tweet out that they're going to be having a lot more Sung Jin Woo drops in the future. They're going to be having a lot of drop mechanics. They're going to be having runes and burning. And this is the main character. This was the first drop. So I definitely am holding on to these. The commons have been going up, but the ultra rares for some reason have been going down. The Invader's up today. I don't know, it's because it's Star Wars month. It's been up the last few days. Starting to come back down 200. I think it went up to 250 for a minute there. I paid 200 for mine, so it's not like I got that one cheap. But I did get my lucky cheap. I got my lucky for like 85, and then I got this for like 50. But it's also been coming down. I'm stacking rabbits. Don't ask me why. I'm always looking for more Labracorns. As soon as they hit 12 or lower, I buy them all. K says, sell your BB-8 common instantly for 15, or else you'll be something that actually makes sense. We got Mo Nose in the house, the legend. Let's go. What's up, Mo? Can you hear me? Let's go. A lot of people are excited to have you on the stream today. What have you been up to, Mo?
Same old, brother. How you been?
Pretty good. Same old here, too. Still live streaming drops every once in a while. Whenever BB has a good one, I'll live stream it. Yoda was pretty good a few weeks ago, but besides that, I ain't been live in like weeks. What have you been up to?
Basically offline, back in the real world. L-I-V-I-N, baby.
L-I-V-I-N. What do you think about the Knicks going to the finals?
That's my team, baby. No,
But big basketball guy, but yeah, honestly, man, I hadn't been watching the Knicks. I really enjoy watching the Spurs too.
Yes, yeah, Spurs are wild. That whole series was wild. That ended last night, but it's gonna be the Spurs and the Knicks in the finals starting on Wednesday. I turned his mic up. My bad. Sorry about that. I haven't live streamed with Mo in a while, so I didn't have all the audio settings exactly ready to go. But they're good now. You can hear him now. And Mo, what do you think about today's drop? You still going for BB drops, baby?
Who is BB-8?
So I don't really watch The Mandalorian. I mean, everybody knows who Grogu is. BB-8's kind of like the second most popular. Maybe that one dude that's in the mask that says, "This is the way." But if you're into Star Wars Mandalorian, which a lot of people are, BB-8 is like a super important character. No, not from Mandalorian. Okay, so what's BB-8 from? I should probably know that.
It's just from the Star Wars universe.
It's from one of the newer movies then.
Yeah, wasn't there like a toy that they made for like Christmas or something with the BB-8? Wasn't this one of them?
Yes, and everybody had it, and they're in all the, you see them at all the yard sales now.
Oh, okay, cool. What up, by the way, chat? I know everybody couldn't hear me before, but we are back, baby.
My bad, y'all. It's from a particular movie. It even says it, I think, in the description somewhere. But it came out in 2015. That's why 2015 is one of the serial numbers we're looking for today. That's the first appearance. And Comics and Crypto has a $5,000 bounty on Common Mint number 2015. So if you're one of the lucky people to get that mint number on the drop, you sell it to Comics and Crypto for $5K. Or just auction it off with the starting price at $5K maybe. So Mo, you said you've been collecting baseball cards. I got my cards pulled out. What kind of cards you collecting?
So, obviously, I used to collect when I was younger, right? I used to watch baseball. Like, I think we might have had this conversation a long time ago, but most people are like, hey, Mo's just a football guy, you know, or a hockey guy. It's not really the case, because growing up, I was pure baseball, you know? And I always collected cards. But, man, like, you know, once mid-90s, late 90s, just kind of stopped collecting, got into Magic the Gathering, which we could also talk about as well. But when the new top set was coming out this year, I started looking at it. I don't know why it popped up on my feed, but I saw Jack Caglione on the Royals.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'm like, this guy reminds me of Jose Canseco. You know, I was like, just looking at him, and his batting stance, whatever. Anyway, come to find out, I'm looking through the set. Dude, like, baseball is in the middle of, like, a crazy youth resurgence, you know?
Yeah, it is.
And I'm looking at the set, and I'm looking at the talent, and I'm watching some film, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen baseball like this in a long time, dude. Like, a long time. You know, you got Mizorowski, you got Burns, you got, you know, and that's just on the pitching side. And you got all these hitters that they got. And even the guys in the top series aren't even the guys like Connor Griffin and some of these younger guys like Murakami on the White Sox. Like, yeah, he got hurt, unfortunately. But, you know, these guys aren't even in Series 1. But I'm looking at the set, and I'm like, man, baseball. And I thought I was just like, I thought I was late, I'm tired, I'm stoned, right? I'm like, I'm just making shit up in my head. Nope. Next day, I start reading about the research. Every day, I'm just seeing more, you know, more articles and everything about baseball. Me and my boy just decided to start ripping some boxes.
Nice.
I ripped fucking hobby box, pulled a nice Paul Skeens out of 99, autoed with the patch, you know.
Nice.
Sold it for a couple $100. And from there, just started redumping money. And we got involved with Whatnot a little bit. But to be honest, we got involved right at the time where Whatnot was starting to have issues. And now it's really having a hard time with the way that they handle their shit. But anyway, yeah, man, I think MLB is in the middle of a big resurgence and really digging that top Series 1. Haven't dove in. Oh, and Bowman. I really like the Bowman. But
that Whatnot is probably helping with all the prices. That has a lot to do with all the prices pumping, because it's not just like the modern stuff. Vintage baseball cards are pumping in price again too, like they did during the pandemic. So everything's kind of going up right now. And you got Candy doing MLB. They are relaunching their website tomorrow. You still got all your Candy stuff, don't you, Mo?
yeah, I relogged in, got all my bullshit. We get to sign in by midnight to have
Yep.
status, and they handle like all the shit. Yeah, I took care of that.
Nice.
But I mean, you know, I'm still in the camp of this whole NFT bullshit. It's done. It ain't never going anywhere. That's just still my opinion. Said it a couple years ago, so I got out, and it really hasn't much changed. But
You been doing
good to
anything
see you
with,
still rocking.
You doing anything with Photo Finish Live at all?
Nope.
You sell all your horses?
Yeah, pretty much. Got out of everything, man.
Damn.
That's a scam. This is a scam. Crypto is a scam. It's all a scam, bro. Listen, if people want to have fun, because listen, I get involved in scams all the time. You want to gamble and fuck around? I get it. You know what I mean? But this whole, you know, long term, let's hold these things, fuck it for our future generations, like that shit ain't going anywhere. So we get that out the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely not as bullish as the Moon Boys are about it, but I like the idea of keeping them, as in the idea of keeping old school baseball cards or old school stamps. When people started holding on to those back in the day, they didn't expect them to be collectibles and valuable in the future. And hopefully at some point, you know, blockchain technology, the value of it is understood and it starts getting used in everyday life, and then these things might have some value. The nice thing about VeVe is that it ain't going nowhere. No matter how low the market gets, there's so many Moon Boys and fans. There's new YouTube channels starting and everything. It's like they're not really losing steam. And now that Candy got purchased by one of these, I don't know if he's a billionaire, but one of these rich eccentric guys, they ain't going nowhere either. So I think these could be valuable collectibles someday in the future, but not so much that I'm willing to like invest a bunch of money. As you know, I don't really put money into VeVe, but I have this new plan where I'm just going to be stacking stuff up and keeping enough money to go for drops. And if I have to sell some stuff to go for drops in the future, then I will. But the plan is to stack up the stuff that I think will be valuable one day. Who knows? That could be.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not knocking what you do. I get it. You're not in there dumping thousands. You're playing your game. You're hitting the market. You're sniping. I get it.
Yep.
But like I said, man, the fact that when we met and and I started getting involved in the space, like I was having these same conversations 5 years ago.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, and like I said, like, all right, so you have a kid, right? You have a family. You got all that crap. I don't. So for me to sit around and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna create generational wealth for my kid," who the fuck am I really collecting NFTs for? Because by the time we get legislation and by the time we get, NFTs are not looked at as scams, and we get the Trojan horse we've been talking about, right?
Yep.
Well, when's it gonna happen? I'm gonna be dead, right? That's what I'm saying. So like, I guess I'm just being a little bit more, black pilled on it, but.
You must not
doing
plan
what
on
you
living
guys
very
do.
long. You're gonna be dead by the time it happens. You don't think it'll happen within 20 years, or you think you'll be dead within 20 years? Not that
I'll
old.
probably be dead within 5. But
What?
at the end of the
You are a skeleton.
I always said if I made it to 40, I'd be pushing the limits, and I'm 44. So, I'm just saying, bro. That's why I just got out of all of it. I collected what I collected. VeVe, we talked about this ad nauseum. I've never hit anything on VeVe. The only thing you could say I could possibly ever hit was like what? The secret rare VeVe logo.
Yeah, I think I got that
Oh,
one too.
whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
Didn't sell that at the top. Fuck me.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I said, I just never had the luck on VeVe. Collected what we collected on Candy and all that shit. I'm going to hang on to it. Didn't sell it all, but hang on to it. I'm just not living in that Moon Boy world,
Yeah, I think it's more like
Leave
a
that up
moon
to,
bag, like you do with
Randy
crypto.
Chavez and them.
Whenever you sell off crypto and you keep just a little bit in case it pumps again, I'm kind of doing the same thing with the NFT. You just having a little moon bag. Denny OC says, been ripping some Topps F1 cards lately. I know Denny's big into F1, and a lot of people are. I didn't know they were doing cards like that. No real bangers, but having fun ripping packs. Yeah, you want to get an autograph out of something like that. There's still money to be squeezed out of BB mode. Yeah, I bought something, or I went for a drop not too long ago. Got something worth $2,000. Went for a drop not too long ago. Sold something for $1,000. It happens every once in a while. Roman says, hello.
I did a broken clock because we're, right twice a day, but.
Romans is upset that the speaking skeleton is not talking nice about the Moon Boys. Tucson says,
I haven't talked nice about the Moon Boys or VeVe or crypto in general for quite some time. And again, that's why,
Tucson says,
me and you kind of stopped doing our thing, and that's why I don't do anything with anybody when it comes to crypto.
yeah, I don't do much. I just stream these to hang out with the homies once in a while. Every once in a while there'd be a good drop, but I mean, I didn't expect them to be a good drop this weekend, but after looking at BB-8 and the edition sizes, I'm like, all right, this one makes sense to go for. Tucson says the Clarity Act becoming law soon, everyone acting like it. They've been saying that for a year and a half now.
I know,
It's
that's what I'm saying. And I keep hearing about it, and I keep hearing, and next up, we're back to Iran. Next up, back to sucking off Israel. Like, it's just, it never ends. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell me about this shit all fucking day, but America first? Not so much. Because if it was, we would have had the Clarity Bill. We would have had crypto. We would have had fucking everything. You know what I mean? But
yeah, they ain't worried about doing anything right now that doesn't line their own pockets.
Exactly.
What's up, Jay Hirsch? Good to see you in the channel, man. New York Giants need to waive Abdul Carter. He's such a loser. See, I don't really get into NFL too much anymore. I used to watch it all the time, as I always say, but now it's just too much to keep up with. There's some big money cards in the
You
top.
didn't see what happened with with Dart, with Trump? That's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Oh, is that what he's talking about? Abdul Carter?
Yeah, and I mean,
saw the Dart
listen,
thing.
it's like, who really gives a fuck? The problem that I have with Abdul Carter, and I think this might be their problem too, is that if that dude really got up there and believed what he was saying, he wouldn't have been up there in the first place. He's like, oh, I'm cool with it, but I have to get up here and tell everybody that if I'm not cool with it, you're all going to hear about it all day. Like, buddy, nobody fucking cares. Like, if you don't support what he did, fuck it, then just shut the fuck up. But the bottom line is, people visit presidents all the time. Doesn't matter of affiliation. Some people just are patriots and care about the country. Like, it's really all it was,
Yeah, and I personally don't know the Abdul Carter story. He could have said literally anything I don't know, and I automatically say he should not be kicked off his football team for that. I mean, we got free speech here. You're allowed to say what you want. You're allowed to think what you want. Daniel C says, I'm with you, Mo. Haven't put anything into crypto or anything in the last year or so. Seems like, been buying Legos and other stupid shit. Speaking of Legos, and I asked this yesterday, and nobody knew what I was talking about. Please, Mo, anybody, are y'all following the bricks and minifigs situation? It's so freaking wild.
The what? The what? The what now?
No, nobody knows about it. Oh, the Bricks and Minifig situation. There's this YouTuber, because Bricks and Minifigs is like this franchise, this huge franchise, and it's headquartered in Utah, right? And you go there and you sell your Legos to them, buy, sell, and trade. And this one dude had this huge collection, his grandfather did, and he gave it to one of these Bricks and Minifigs as a consignment, $200,000 collection. And then they changed ownerships, and they wouldn't give him his money back or give him his Legos back. They just stole it from him. So this YouTuber Reckless Bean comes in and like does an investigation about it and finds out all the evidence like on camera. He's got everything documented that they definitely stole this from him. And they're in Utah. They're all Mormons, and the police are all Mormons too. So they just get their Mormon police to come and just arrest this YouTuber over and over and try to hold him for like months. It's just, the whole thing is crazy, dude. A lot of people have been talking about it. Yeah, Moist Critical has been doing a lot of videos about it. Anybody in the chat? Nobody's paying attention to this? It's crazy. Look it up.
Watch some Charlie.
Charlie's
I Charlie.
I like Charlie.
Watch Charlie open up a lot of magic packs. I actually really like
Every time
Moist
he does a
Critical.
video, you see all his magic cards on his desk next to him.
Yeah, I do actually like Charlie. I think he's a pretty funny dude.
Yeah.
He's also one of the few people from that crowd that hasn't been arrested or just brought up in some crazy ass charges. So
And most
Gotta
surprisingly
respect
about
it.
that is that he's in Florida. Usually those are the craziest people.
well, because he stayed in Florida. Because his
Yeah.
sister is Emaru. I don't know if you know who that is.
No, I've heard the name.
Yeah, she's like some little, they call them like the little, the fuck is that? A hoggy face? What the fuck is it the chicks do? The fucking, I don't know. It's what.
Uwu?
Ooh, yeah, she's like one of those chicks, right? So she
Oh,
joined
I
up
know
with
that.
OTK, which is like one of the biggest streaming groups, or were, until they started getting hit with like throwing crazy parties and drugging women and trying to rape them. And oh yeah, it's been one allegation after another. But Charlie never really gets involved in that because he stays in Florida.
All right. All right, y'all. We got less than 3 minutes before the drop begins. Hopefully, you've already joined the queue. I plan on buying 2 today. Good luck if you're going for it. Devo says Charlie's going to get his Trump phone soon. He's been making videos about the Trump phone, but actually,
Yeah.
the Trump phone.
Did you
did
see
come
that?
out. Yeah.
It's fucking piss yellow, bro. Come on, man.
Also, it's like a phone from like 4 years ago that they're repackaging. It's like not even up to today's standards.
Yeah, well, most of those phones aren't, but yeah, it's like a fucking not a Huawei, but the fuck was it?
I
An
forget too.
HTC? I think it was an HTC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Nokia. Good luck if you're going for it. Let's go. You're trying to get that mint number 2. Here's your serial numbers to look for. There's also a bounty today on that mint number 2015 BB-8. That's the first appearance. That's the highest common. If you get that, Comics and Crypto has a bounty for $5,000, but I think it's actually 5,000 gems, which is not technically $5,000. And the cool thing about today's drop is the lowest secret rare serial number available is 2. Probably one of the lowest serial numbers that's ever been available during the drop. But,
Interesting.
yeah, I kind of like that. I mean, I don't think I'm going to get the 2, but maybe I'll get like the 3 or the 4. The lowest I've ever gotten, I got a 6 once. It's pretty daggone good. I still have a 9 that I'm trying to sell. Nobody will buy. A mint number 9.
Oh, dude, you're gonna hit me with a 6-7. I'm like, it's too early for that shit.
I got it right here.
You got the fucking the thing.
Yeah, I had to play the 6-7.
6-7.
No, we were hanging out with my nephew the other day, and he was like, 6'1", 6'1". I'm like, what the hell, 6'1"? He's like, 6'1's better than 6'7". Like, that's the new one. I'm like, what? But I gave y'all the alpha. You all found out the alpha first. So whenever you meet a teenager, don't 6'7" him, 6'1" him. So, yeah.
It's sad, right? Because I'm, chronically online, especially now if I'm like out driving. Because I've tried to get 2 normal jobs, and I've had both of them for a day, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this woke ass corporate world. I'm not gonna be able to do this. And I'm just like, I'm going driving. I'll make more money. But while I'm out driving, dude, I'm just chronically online, and it's fucking funny because I'll just see weird random shit. Like you're saying, like the 6'7" turns into a 6'1" or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll just say like random shit to Steph, She hasn't left me yet. And she'd be like, that sounds retarded. I like, never heard that before. And then like 3 days later, she's like, oh my God, my fucking kids are saying it.
You found out before then?
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to give her like the fucking, giving her all updates on the new fucking snacks coming out.
I give them the alpha on the new lingo. All right, here we go, y'all. Good luck, everybody. I have been
Oh,
selected.
it's 11 o'clock. Ooh, my bad.
25 jimmies. I need that mint number 2. We're looking for mint number. Any secret rare would be good.
Good luck.
Here we go. I'm ready to hit my ooh, brother, ooh. Waiting for it to pop up. We're on that suspense gate. Oh, the same as yesterday. They're not going to show me the mint number I got. I'm going to have to go to my collection and wait for it to pop up. That's fine. All right, let's go. Here we go. Waiting for that delivery. Let me know in the chat what you got. Hopefully we got at least one secret rare in the chat today. The best thing about Trump is how all his voters are poorer than they were 10 years ago. It says Tucson. I didn't say that. Tucson said that. All right, let me refresh. Come on, baby. Let me get one of them secret rares you had about.
Not necessarily true, but.
Well, I'm not if you were a billionaire. You're way up. All right.
Well, yeah, and again, because that's right. That's like my least Republican position is like their taxes and their loopholes. So.
Yes. And they never stop. They only get worse. They're not getting better.
Well, I mean, we're fucked either way, right? It's like one side of the coin, tax loopholes and whatever, and another side of the coin, NGOs and foreign aid. So, really, where does it end?
Come on, give me my delivery. Anybody else waiting for delivery? You guys should get the show back together, says Michael James. It's just a lot of work because I got a full-time job now. And I'm not going to say it's like a demanding job or anything. Once I'm off work, I'm off work. But the problem is it's like 45 minutes away. So by the time I get home, it's like 5 o'clock. And then I got to make dinner and take care of my kid, clean the house. When am I ever going to have time to put together all the stuff I need for a show? Because I like to have a lot of graphics up there so that people will believe what I'm saying, because I want to back.
But that's the thing, right? Like you want to go with the graphics and all the pop-ups, whatever. Like honestly, it could even work like a drive-in show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess I don't know how we'd set it up, but because I'd be like, yo, I'll just hang out and shit, shoot the shit while I'm out driving. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
True.
You know?
I mean, I could always set it up to where I just bookmark stuff on Twitter and then we just pull up my bookmarks. Mika's still waiting for
No, yeah. Yeah, I wish, maybe it's like a fucking AI we could just hire and just have them, like, just feed all the topics to it, just have it come up with shit and just throw it up on the screen.
True.
Everybody else does nowadays.
I was trying to
crazy,
set it
bro.
up. I was trying to set it up after we ended our show, and I was going to do another one by myself. I tried to set it up where I had an AI co-host where it would like pop up and it would like actually respond to you and stuff, but then you had to pay like monthly fees for all the services. My app just crashed, y'all. I don't know. I think we got too many people going for BB-8 today. Then case they're still using the air fryer, not very often. I still use it sometimes, like for pizza rolls mostly. But not when I first got it, I was using it all the time. Here we go. This might pop up in my account right here. Secret rare, baby. No.
Give it to him.
Brother,
Well,
what's that?
I got mint number 1908.
What's that, brother?
What's that, brother? Shout out to OG Shakesters in the house. We got OG Thanu in the building. Let's go. Do it the Randy way, cam only. Man, I got more respect for myself than that.
Yeah, I don't, but,
Put a little effort into it, jeez. DLC says, I'd love to see a OG and Mono's return. Just saying. I mean, I like the idea of doing Tuesdays. Gives me something to do during the week. Familiar face, long time. Yes, we got Mono's in the house hanging out with us today. He's half asleep, though. He didn't get much sleep. Common 1294. I got 1908, so you still did better than me. If it would have been at least 1901, that would have been nice. All right, we got 3 minutes before the rebound. As soon as the clock hits 0, for some reason you have to wait another minute. So I don't know why they do that. Why not just sync up the clock? But it's a minute after the clock hits 0, then we can start getting rebounds. And I think this is going to sell out pretty fast. You might want to buy multiples. That's on you if you want to take the chance to try to get that secret rare. I can only buy one more because I ain't got no jimmies left. Comma 179 for Ryan. That would kind of suck to get like something that was lower than 250. You see the mint number, you think that it's a secret rare, then you find out another common. Nothing but commons in the chat so far. We need at least one secret rare, y'all, please.
Come on. Let's get it together, chat. Somebody. Gee.
2 minutes before the rebounds. I'll buy one more. Then I got to give up after that. Like I said, if I could have sold that special edition. I got a special edition yesterday, but I haven't sold it yet. If I could sell that, I might consider buying more of these, but I don't think they're going to last long. I think they're going to sell out. Let me go with mint number 1711. There we go. Wop Mammoth. Let's do it. Let's go. Secret Rare 117.
Oh, hell yeah, Wop.
Yes.
Nice.
Good to see an OG getting a secret rare. We got Dr. Mag in the house. What's up, my man? Got a common again. I mean, you got to go through the commons before you can hit the big W. Wop with the secret rare. I'm going for another one. Used to love the conspiracy theory chat. No need to prepare. True. You know,
Oh, man. And you know what's crazy? Is that, especially, I don't know if you've been paying attention to like the pyramid stuff and a lot of other shit going on.
Yes.
Scientists that have been dying and disappearing and whatever. But, like, kind of wild, man, because the conspiracies are sometimes tamer than the truth. And that's pretty wild.
And plus, we've already been proven correct. I mean, you heard the government now just confirming that
So
UFOs
much.
are real.
Bro, so much of the shit we were talking about and stuff that I've been talking about for going on damn near 20 years, people were like, you probably shouldn't say that in public. These people hit me up and they're like, dude, how the fuck did you, why were you so fucking like just hell-bent on this being real? And I'm like, because it just made sense. Look, I'm like, you know, sometimes it doesn't make sense, but a lot of that shit just made sense and we talked about it.
Yeah. Same stuff we were saying was happening. Definitely happening. But I don't know. Some of the new footage that they're releasing, though, a lot of it's very easily debunkable. So I don't like that part. I think they're holding stuff back. And I'm waiting for them to have just like full disclosure. I think a lot of people are waiting for that. I don't necessarily think that this is like complete disclosure because the evidence they're presenting is pretty lame. Dr. Max says, my special edition yesterday. Thank you, my man. I spent $100 on it, and I'm trying to sell it for $100. So if I do sell it for $100, then basically the other 9 things I bought, which are all commons, I'll get for free. But they're not worth much. All right, we're going for the rebound. Should be popping up any second now. You don't have to refresh the page.
Get it.
There it is. But you might want to buy fast because these are selling fast. Oh, no. I got mint number 1238, which means another common. Man, I have not been lucky for a while. See if anybody in the chat hits anything good. Good luck. I need a mint number 2 in the chat. As the great punk band Bad Religion says, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, that is true.
Yep. Especially these days. I don't know. They're talking about like they're searching the government DNA databases to find extraterrestrials. Like, what are they even talking about? Like, how would they even know what to look for? Like, what do you think? Do you think that's all just bullcrap?
No, because I think if you use like reductive reasoning,
Yeah.
it kind of works, right? Obviously, you don't know what you're looking for, but if you find something that just kind of sticks out like a red flag, you know. But yeah, I don't know. But I think what kind of strikes me about all the stuff they did release, whether or not it's debunkable by looking at it, it does kind of align with, again, things we've talked about, things that have been leaked or released, or other videos that have been shown over the years, you know. So the fact that it does align with a lot of that, and most of it seems to also kind of rely on either some sort of plasma or the what's it called? Anti-gravitational propulsion shit that we talked about. Like, that seems to be the common trend with it. So
There you go. I
Yep,
got a couple cards
that's-
pulled out. What do you think about this? Can't get a good angle
What do you
on
got?
it. I'm big on the 1957 tops right now. I only collect vintage. That's 57 Willie Mays.
oh hell yeah.
This guy's got a crazy name. What's his name? Hot Potato. It says Hot Potato Hamlin. 1950, 1949, 1948. I don't remember. I like that dude. Yeah. Pull out some cards for y'all. So this is my favorite player of all time. The one and only. I used to have a lot of his cards. Roberto Clemente. Played like 14 years and then he
Oh
died.
hell yeah.
In a plane crash, delivering aid to his home island of Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's what I'm on those vintage cards. I've always been a big vintage card collector. I got a whole bunch of 57s. I got Ernie Banks, Duke Snyder, all those dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you find the right ones, you're hitting a fucking payday. You know, I'm gonna start hitting up garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, whatever. Weather's kind of just starting to break here in New York. So
Yeah, I've always said New York's
yeah, I don't know.
gotta be a good place to go for yard sales and stuff. You can find all kinds of crazy stuff. We're getting lots of big hits in the chat. Shout out to Bitcoin B and Dub. Got a comment, but he got comment mint number 22. Let's go. That's pretty good for BB-8 too, because 2 stands for B, so BB. Dan K with the secret rare. Let's go. Dustin Kozak got the secret rare. We got Weird Goodbyes with another secret rare. Everybody's getting the secret rares. I gotta sell something so I can go for another one. Is this sold out? Oh my goodness. Let's see if it's sold out. Everybody's getting secret rares now. Oh yeah, it's gone. She's gone.
She gone.
Baby says going back fishing today. Yesterday I had a good time. My kids spent the whole day at the lake yesterday, but I didn't go with them. We went with some girl. They were on a boat all day. He's getting too old, man. What's up with that? You go spend the day at the lake? Denny says when did that holographic Tupac concert? When they did that holographic Tupac concert, I remember seeing that. I started thinking of the stuff that they can do. Imagine what the government has at their fingertips. Like Mo always says, whatever we see, it's like 10 years behind what the government has.
Yeah, but no, but Project Bluebeam is that. The hologram, we covered this on the show. It's Project Bluebeam. And that's what I was kind of getting at before. I know it's tough with the drop side. But what I was trying to get at was that I don't know if I believe all these leaks, because I also wonder if this whole disclosure thing is going to be Project Bluebeam disguised with some sort of AI twist. Now, because think about it. If you're the government, you're sitting around, and Project Bluebeam was like, oh, this is something we could definitely get to work on the people. Again, this was like the 70s into the 80s, you know. Holograms might not work today. But you could sure as hell use AI to fool the shit out of people. Videos, audio, you know what I mean? Pictures, like it's... And then if you had people corroborating it on the other side, it's even crazier, right? And, you know, the whistleblowers, we talked about these guys too. That's why I never trust them. Like, if you have to clear shit with your boss before you start ratting on your boss, I don't know if I really believe you that much, you know? So,
True.
I don't know. It could very well be Project Bluebeam with an AI twist.
Especially with...
And I was going to make a video on this, actually, because I didn't see anything about this, and I still don't think that I have. I don't really know if I want the government showing my door.
They got that Space Force too now. That might be involved. So if you did make a video, where do you put it out on? Do you put it on Kick?
No, I would do something for YouTube.
YouTube?
I'll try to just...
still putting stuff on your channel?
I mean, I don't. But I'm saying to stream it would be like whatever. But if I just made something that people found interesting, I'd probably want it on YouTube.
Yeah, I like that.
Because, you know, it does kind of go with the same common trend. You know, they just use what technology they had at the time to fuck over the American people. Or the world, actually. It's not really... It is directed at the American people, but it would try to fool the entire world.
You ain't lying. All right, y'all. We got about 7 minutes before the market opens up on today's BB-8 drop. We've got some price predictions in the price predictions channel. I wanted to read this comment and see what you think about it, Mo, because I have a lot of strong opinions about it. He says, he's talking about my cards. He's like, send them to PSA and get that bread. Never, ever, ever. I can't stand grading cards. I can't stand PSA. However, in the future, I think grading cards is going to be great. But right now, it's like a scam. Like, I don't trust them. Well,
because right now, and again, this kind of is a continuation out of the COVID era when things really spiked, when everyone had all that fuck you money.
Yep.
You know, PSA just announced that all their lower tiers are suspended. They had over 10 million cards on backlog.
Yeah, people are saying like commons.
Majority of them are Pokemons.
Oh.
But, you know, the problem is that now they're basically cutting off the low end, you know, options. So people have to pay out the ass, and even then, that's going to start to get backed up. So PSA also has been known now to do this for quite some time, where let's say you send them a Connor Griffin, right? Yeah. Or like a young rookie, right? Let's say I would have sent them all my Mizorowskis, and he blows up, and that card value goes from $25 to $250, and that's a crazy reach for, you know. But, you know, a lot of guys, they'll jump if they have a good, you know, couple games or whatever, right? They'll hold your card now. They'll hold your fucking card hostage, and they'll make you pay for the higher end because they base it on like the evaluation.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's kind of fucked up, you know. And they've been doing it for a while now on that, but now they just basically cut off the entire low end. So
I gotta give a shout out to my boy the hippie. He hit mint number 4. He hit mint number 4 today. Let's go. That's amazing. I'd like to hear some price predictions in the chat for mint 4. I don't know how much that's worth, I'll be honest. I don't know what I would sell it for. Thousands. Less than 5,000.
But I agree with your opinion, though. I'm pretty strong on it too. I think grading everything is fucking retarded, but I think long term, having those Otanis and those judges and, you know, certain cards as a pristine 10 or a 9.5. Well, if you go to Beckett, they do mid grades, I think, but you have a 9 or a 10, you know what I mean? Like you're sitting pretty.
I liked the idea of they were doing like AI. I'm sure they still do, but for a minute there, they got big on some AI grading, where I thought that like that was actually going to be consistent, because the problem with PSA is the inconsistency. If they can get like something like AI to grade your cards to where it's going to be 100% consistent every time, then I might send my cards in to get graded. Right now, it's,
well,
I feel
the
like
Logan
it's
Paul
some
card.
guy who makes $10 an hour's opinion.
Well, and they could be influenced by people that make a fucking $100 million in a year, like someone like Logan Paul.
True.
Who took a card, broke it from the grade and got it regraded and got it to a higher grade.
Yep.
Now, again, you could look at that and be like, was the first person wrong? Has grading become less fucking stringent since then? Like it's, you know, I probably on the same side with you, where I believe that there was probably something behind the closed doors, wink, wink, you know, grade this shit as a 10 or else type shit, you know? But definitely weird.
Yep. Yeah, Abdullah's right too. When a player's card value blows up, PSA gets real stingy about giving out 10s anymore. They do 9s more often. And there's been people that have YouTube channels that'll send in like the exact same card and send like 10 of them and be like, every time I do this, you get 9 9s and 1 10 only.
Bro.
It's like crazy.
I love those videos. I watched one like a week ago where, and I give these guys so much credit. It took them like a year and a half to make this fucking video.
Yeah, 100%.
He just kept on taking the same card, like sending it, waiting, coming back. This guy had like a full-grown fucking beard by the end of the shit. It was hilarious. But he was just open up. He's like, yeah, this thing started off as like a 6.5 at Beckett, and then I broke it out of the case and I sent it here and it came back an 8. And it's like, and I boom, and it like came back a 6. It's like, it just, the inconsistency.
I think I seen that exact video because he was sending it to like different places too, right? He was sending like SGC and PSA, all that stuff. Yeah, that was a crazy video.
But I mean, you know, I think that PSA obviously is the golden standard, right?
Yeah.
But just like with crypto and everything else, you know, Pepsi to Coke, you're going to have, there has to be some like B tier, because right now everybody just kind of like writes off the other grading companies, you know, and there is a few of them. And I understand why, because they're like, oh, well, I can easily crack this case open and tamper with the sticker, remove this and swap it around. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I get that. But there's actually one company, I don't know if you've seen it. They do like laser engraving on the actual slab, and it's pretty much like tamper proof.
Yeah, I think
and that's what I'm saying.
That
like,
video you were talking about, he went there too.
Yeah, oh yes, he did. Yes, he did. I think that's actually where I first came across it.
Me too,
dude. Like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're taking something that works with the grading, but you're putting your own little spin on it and something that could also benefit and make it better. And I see something like that, and I'm like, why can't something like that just take off? Where people are like, hey, you know, PSA and this company, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. All right, we're waiting for
we know how it goes.
We got less than 2 minutes on this one. Let me take a look at the price predictions real quick. Oh, no, you might be able to see them, but they haven't changed. Right now, we got ARF at a common at 8 and the secret rares at 300 is his prediction on today's drop. Dan K's got 9.75 gems on the common and 160 gems on the secret rare. So you got a secret rare. The range in my price prediction channel is 160 to 300. I'd probably start high if you plan on selling it right away. Let me know in the chat what your strategy for today's market is. If you're doing anything, you buying, you selling. Dan K says they have the same glitch where it looks like there's 3 secret rares left in the store. Yeah, that messed up Dan K the other day. He kept buying because, and I'll look it up, it kept telling him that there were 3 secret rares left and like no commons. So he kept going for it because he thought he would get the secret rare, but for some reason he didn't. All right, where's the BB-8s? Here we go. So yeah, it says there's 3 left in the store and there's 13 commons left in the store. It's a trick. It's not true. I mean, I don't blame Dan K. He saw this. Oh, I guess you gotta go right here so you can see better. He saw that last time we had a drop. It wasn't yesterday. It was last week's, and he kept going for it because it made sense to him that 3 out of the 13 out of the 16 that are left were secret rares, so he had a good chance to get a secret rare. But these numbers are not real. I don't know why they appear that way, but don't be fooled by them. We've already learned Dan K learned the hard way for
About a
us.
BBC-8.
Yeah. All right,
Bro, if
man.
I worked at VeVe and I hated that job, and I probably would, no one who owns it, I would have totally fucking hacked the system and released it as the BBC-8.
The BBC-8, what's that?
You know what the BBC is?
I don't think so. I don't think I want to know. I mean, I have an idea, but if my idea is right, then I definitely don't want to
Big
know.
black rooster?
Okay, yeah. That's what I thought. So you think there's going to be an NFT from BB released FA?
No, I'm just saying if I worked at BB, I would have hacked the mainframe to the drop and I would have released it with a graphic that said the BBC-8.
Oh, okay.
I would have gone out with a bang.
Worth some money. We got a lot of lag on the market right now. Too many people trying to sell their stuff. The market just opened up for today's drop, but all I'm getting is a blank screen. You guys getting the same thing over there? I've got nothing popping up on the market. I'm going to try to refresh the app completely, see if that helps me out here. But you know, VeVe can't handle over 200 people on the app at the same time. I'm excited for tomorrow. Tomorrow, Candy relaunches. Their website opens up, but they've already let people know that they're still working on some details with their license with DC Comics. So as of right now, their first drops are only going to be MLB drops. But they didn't mention their other licenses. I'm ready for some WWE drops. They have the WWE license. They have the Netflix license. So any popular Netflix series is out there. And I don't necessarily know.
When I first saw the news about the DC, like the licensing.
Yep.
I was like, oh man, it's going to be another one of these, another waiting game. But the fact that they were able to get the MLB back, you know what I mean? Because it was with the Candy license, right? With the family.
Yep.
But the fact they were able to at least get that going, it just, to me, speaks volumes about what they could potentially do. So.
And plus with DC, I feel like DC is on every NFT platform. Like they're the hose of NFTs. They'll give their license to anybody.
Yeah, but if they look at it from their side, right? If they can potentially bury the past, kind of like the Egyptians used to do, bury the past and then just recreate all like Superman #1 all over again,
Right.
on a brand new platform and pretend like that's the fucking FA release, they could double dip and they could try to fucking. But I don't know if there is a marketplace that would even support that. But
Well, lucky for them.
I'm just saying, you know.
Lucky for them, Palm, and whatever other places they were on, Candy prior, and then I guess they went to Futureverse. They never launched Action Comics #1, and they never dropped Detective Comics #27, and that's the first appearance of Superman, the first appearance of Batman. Technically, are probably the two biggest, besides maybe Superman 1, the two biggest comics from DC. So those drops are going to be huge either way. So I think they need to relaunch with something like that to bring the hype up. Yeah,
I would agree.
Denny, I agree with you. I saw that the other day. Hanano and D had a great interview with the Candy guy, and they got to talk a lot about DC Comics and the licensing and the future, the stuff that they're planning on doing with the relaunch. So definitely check that out. I think it's called, I forget what their YouTube channel called, True Media Group. But that was just the other day.
I hope,
interview.
like I said, I hope Candy works out. I really do. Not so hopeful for the Cryptoys relaunch. That seems to be getting fucking crickets.
What happened to that? That was like 3 months ago, but nothing launched.
Bro, I don't even know, bro. Like, I log in, I check my wallet, it shows me things. There used to be some sort of weird marketplace. I think I have a few exported to OpenSea. On OpenSea, there's like weird multiple categories or listings of the same item.
Oh, crap.
It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's kind of what happened with the dot swoosh NFTs. Once we got interoperability on those, I saw them on OpenSea and they were selling for like nothing. So I kind of worried that when it comes to Candy, because Candy's going on Solana and giving us interoperability, so people will be able to buy and sell their Candy NFTs on Magic Eden and other Solana marketplaces. But I feel like when stuff like this goes on those places, those prices go down.
Yeah, and honestly, the swoosh one surprised me a little bit. But you know, the Cryptoys, like, that marketplace really didn't do anything. I'm pretty sure that's why it shut down like within the month.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't really understand why. I mean, you would think the people on OpenSea, they buy the dumbest stuff. They buy.
Well, no, because it wasn't on OpenSea. Oh, yeah, I guess you were able to export them, but again, I don't even know if that was working. It was so goddamn confusing because when you exported it and you got it to your wallet, and then you were looking like, okay, now where do I sell it? You know, it's like it just didn't really make sense. So I don't even know how many people even sold shit on OpenSea.
Well, I know people were.
But they just need to
sending me
simplify
offers.
it, bro.
What's that?
They need to simplify it.
Oh,
like, you know, the same way with PFL, right? Like, the reason why PFL failed and continues to fail is because they could not push forward without, you know, any clarity, the clarity bill or whatever for crypto and NFTs, right?
Right.
Because without that, they couldn't go to Churchill Downs and be like, hey, we're ready to hit the market. Let's get people clicking on links and signing up, because they couldn't. So what did they do? They kept on creating their own in-house ideas and like platforms and ways to make money. But that can only sustain so long because you're just recycling the same fucking money, right?
Right.
And then Churchill apparently went to Ian and they wanted to work on the new app. And they started working on that. And it just basically got to the point where they're like, oh, well, if it's going to be another 3 to 5 years before we can really push and funnel people to PFL, they just had to end the partnership. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you got to go and tell Churchill every year, oh, we're waiting. Oh, we're waiting. And in the meantime, they were just building their own in-house shit.
They ended the partnership?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, first, you know, they pivoted to another racing game. They were going to do like PFL 2.0. It was going to be all free to play, but it was going to be handled through Churchill Downs. So it would be advertised everywhere, set up there. It was going to be available on the Google Play and the App Store on Apple, because you couldn't even get PFL on Google. Like, it wasn't even allowed on the Play Store. So you're knocking out majority of your population from ever installing that app.
Yeah,
you know.
Mika says Pinnacle's been a real winner. I did go for some Pinnacle drops. I even streamed a couple of drops, and one of the drops I made like $1,500 on. But ever since then, since they lost the NBA license, they haven't had any more NBA drops. And I haven't heard anything about any drops being really good. If people mention it, I'll probably go back to going for them because I like their drop formats. Denny agrees with you. He says you need to simplify the selling and the buying for sure. Even for an experienced crypto user, it's still too complicated at first. Yeah, imagine somebody new getting into it. It's going to be really hard for them.
Yeah, like I said, it just doesn't make sense, man. But again, you can't create a simplified process when it's not even legal. You know what I mean? Like, you just, because people aren't going to break the law out in the open, unless, you know, unless you're a Democrat. But no, I'm just kidding. You know, people aren't going to be that stupid. So I don't know, man. It's just a really, really tight rope that we're walking here. And again, that's why I just got off the ride, bro. And the fact that we haven't really done this or spoken in fucking months, and nothing's really changed on the front here. I feel like it's been the same for, again, like 4 years. Well, maybe not 4 years because we did have some hype, but at least two. At least two I've been sitting around my freaking thumb up my ass like, whoa, who am I really doing this for? You know?
And it was the crisis, the fact that everybody was stuck at home, that really pumped crypto and pumped NFTs and VeVe. So, I mean, it's not like we're going to get that. It's kind of one of those things that happens once in a lifetime. So we're going to need...
Well, maybe not once in a lifetime.
A world war.
Depending on... Oh, I'm not thinking of a world war. I'm just thinking of some of these crazy conspiracy theories that you hear about, and even like these new ticks, and now you have Google that's like releasing mosquitoes into the fucking atmosphere.
I saw
that. Did you hear about that?
But yeah, well, I read the whole thing, again, and it kind of makes sense. They've done it before, and they're genetically engineered.
They don't even
to,
carry the. Well, yeah, but the males don't even bite. It's the females that bite, and what they're carrying isn't even transmissible to humans.
Right.
So yeah, the whole point is that the males carry it, the women mate with the males, get infected, die, right? Like, and the babies don't live. Like, that's the whole point. I get the point of it. But I'm just saying, like, when you start, not even that specific, you know, thing that they're doing, but think about what they could potentially do.
Oh, yes.
That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, that's kind of what I'm going.
The conspiracy theory right now that's killing me is the data centers, especially in my area, because not only are we opening up a huge data center, like, really close to where I live, they just announced a new data center even closer to where I live. All the people in my town are like all against it. You can see them on Facebook. Everybody's against it, and then everybody's like, all the people who are against it are being paid for some reason, which makes no sense. And it's like, why is there such misinformation around it? Why do we need so many data centers? And why are we letting like these Canadian billionaires just take over our land and build stuff that's gonna take from us? And here in Indiana, like the data centers get like all kinds of tax relief. They get like all their bills paid for.
Oh yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense if we want to keep up with China and the rest of the world with AI.
I don't even know if that's the. I think it's more like they're getting so much money from investments right now because that's completely holding up the GDP that they have to spend that money to rationalize the.
Well, right, but those investments are going into tech and AI. You know what I mean? Like, so it's going into that sector.
Yeah.
I mean, these data centers aren't coming up for fucking agricultural reasons.
Definitely not.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's yeah. Listen, a lot of the pushback I see on that are people that are being forced, you know, out of their land, or people that are being forced to look at these fucking big ass gaudy fucking buildings.
Well,
you know what I
also
mean?
people worried about their electricity bills going up, and then all the water that they're using, because I mean, water is going to become a scarce commodity at some point. Drinking water. See it in the chat.
I mean, I'll put that along with climate change. I don't know if that's true, but let's say it is. Yeah, that could be a problem too. Sure. But I think what people really care about when they wake up every day is what they see, you know? And people don't want to fucking walk out their house the same way they don't want to look at fucking windmill farms, you know?
Yeah.
It's just...
I don't know. I like the windmill farms. We drove through Tennessee on our way to Virginia a couple times, and like they're huge, but they're all out in the middle of like nowhere. There's nobody around, so I don't know why people are so upset about them. They ain't bothering nobody.
Oh, because they fuck with the marine life, dude. 100%. I was saying, if people, you know, claim to care about this type of shit, I mean, they should care about the animals out there, staying in that fucking oceanic life, you know?
Ain't nobody worried about no fish. Fish don't have
but see,
feelings.
that's the problem.
Fish.
You know, somebody's got to care about the fish, bro.
Tucson said the Hicks
Somebody's
are
got to care about the
environmentalists.
fish.
We're not environmentalists out here. We're worried about our electricity bill going up. That's my problem. Tucson said suddenly the conservatives care about the minnows. I know, right?
First of all, I'm not a conservative. Never have, never will be. I just look at things and I make my own rational decision off of it. And I think, you know, putting things out in the water because it doesn't affect humans sounds great. But when you see all the things that wash ashore and all the things that are fucking dying out there and what's getting, you know, tainted into the water, it's not good. Now, this isn't the case with windmill farms, obviously. But when I lived in Cali, I worked with this group called Clean Water Action.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, and their whole thing out there was like bringing attention to all the military bases that are in like Southern Cali, and they used to like dump all their fucking rocket fuel off like into the Pacific Ocean, right?
Ew.
And just like getting out there firsthand, and they would like take you out, they show you like what's happening, and like, yeah, you could believe studies, you could not, but man, when you get out there and you start seeing like what's happening in the water, it just fucking blows your mind, you know? But perchlorate was like a really big issue out there for a long time, and you know, it takes a long time to fucking counteract that shit. So
yeah, when you got that much water, it dilutes into all of it, so it's like it's hard to get back out of the water. It's been interesting watching the secret rare on the market today. If you've been keeping an eye on it, it started off around 300, pumped all the way to 500. I saw a couple people got theirs sold at 500, including BE, so he crushed it today. He must have got a secret rare on the drop and sold his for 500 because the price has settled down to like 250, 235 right now.
did you two kiss and make up yet?
Nah, I don't talk to BE. He's a moon boy. He's a Randy Chavez
Oh,
fan.
so I can't talk to him either because he's a moon boy, and I hate moon boys according to chat. So damn it, chat.
You can definitely still hang out with him. He still has streams. I think he streams all the drops. He got big A's with him all the time, and now BB's giving him all the good drops, so they must like him. Tucson says conservatives.
I
used
tried to
be
go with him
big
a
time
while ago, but
environmentalists, conservationists. I don't remember conservatives ever being tree huggers. It was always the hippies that were tree huggers, at least in the 1970s. So I don't remember them being environmentalists personally.
tree huggers are typically younger people who are typically more Democrats anyway, so or liberal.
The smarter people. Dan K says,
I mean,
damn, should have listed
say
my
liberal when
secret
you're
rare right
younger,
away. It was
Republican when
so-
you're older.
Yeah, no, I can't believe, Dan K, that it went up that high and then came back down. I feel bad for the people who are buying for 500. But gone now. Going back down to 250.
500 for meat.
There's only that 250 edition, so I agree that it's probably going to pump back up in price. It'll sell for at least 300 eventually. But you got a little bit of floor there now to go through. A couple sitting at 250. See,
You know what else I've been fucking around with?
What's
One of
that?
my homeboys I used to game. One of my homeboys I game with from Jersey. Him and his wife do some crazy shit with like T-shirts,
Yeah.
and he'll just be like, "Yeah, just come up with a funny slogan, and I, hire these TikTok chicks, or I slap it on my wife, who's pretty good looking." And he's like, "I just, advertise the shit out of it." He makes pretty good money. So I was like, for months, like trying to come up with like, I'm out driving, funny slogan comes in my head. I'm like, oh, is that taken? I look it up, and it's like 100 different T-shirts with that slogan, So I finally came up with one, and I've sold quite a few already. I finally came up with one. Can you see it on the screen?
Is that it?
Yeah. So
That's not taken.
life sucks. This was not taken, bro. Blew my mind.
Wow.
I was like, life sucks and then you die. And I was like, yeah, life sucks and then you die. And I was like, oh, I wonder if that's taken. I looked it up, bro. It wasn't. So I put it up. I put it up on Twitter. Didn't really get much traction there. But then I picked up some TikTok ads and some Shopify ads or whatever, and just kind of pumped it out for a few bucks. And yeah, I actually managed to get some sales, but without any like TikTok videos or any like those chicks, the influencers or whatever on Instagram. Like it's kind of hard to get real traction. But we'll get some sales.
So
and I do them at a lower price than what most people are doing anyway.
Do you make them on demand and ship them out that way?
Yeah, it's all print on demand.
So what's the
Most
profit
people
margin?
get like, so I like the Gildan shirts.
Yeah.
It's what I get from Michaels all the time. They're like the blank. They're not like super thick. They're not super thin either.
Yep.
And they're like good for crafting. It's the same exact shirt. The profit margin on these is about $6 to $8
Nice.
if you're getting one at a time. Obviously, like if you get a bulk order of 100, you can get them fucking dirt cheap.
Right.
But yeah, I'm probably making about $6 a shirt, which isn't crazy. But then I did get multiple orders at once, and I managed to.
Cumulative. Well, you get one shirt that sells, then you finally eventually come up with a second shirt that sells, and you're getting a few sales of that one. Then you get a third shirt that sells, and you start to build up more.
Exactly. Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's interested, I do have some pretty cool shit up there actually. $20. Most people are getting like $25 to $30 for these shirts sometimes, which I think is absurd. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Gildan and charge $19.99 and let it roll, So anyway, you probably found it on my Twitter. The life sucks and then you die was pretty funny. But I was just kind of ripped in with a buddy of mine on PlayStation chat. And I always used to do like these stupid fucking stone proverb sayings, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
wise man once said, eat cheese doodle will be happy. Like stupid shit,
Right.
And it was just nothing that really made any sense at the time. But he was like, yo, you should just come up with a bunch of these sayings and do like the Nostradamus, or do like, the Socrates, do like a Mocrates type deal, and just come up with these stoner fucking, philosophical quotes. So I did a few of those. And even though I think I sold a few of the one, I'll probably butcher the actual quote.
It's like a series of them.
Yeah. Well, I took a series of quotes and I just ran it through like I tried to use AI, especially for the graphic stuff.
Right.
Because I feel like you could just sense AI, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So I just try to put it like, I use Evernote. I don't even know what that is.
Nah.
It's like a cloud-based note-taking system.
Mm-hmm.
I use that on all my devices, so I basically just put on my phone, put on my computer, put on my tablet, and I was just like, all right, now I'm out driving. Let me just come up with a stoner fucking quote,
Right.
And
Nice.
it took me all night while I was out driving, but eventually I got it, But it was like, I think the actual quote is like, be kind, for everyone you meet is something. Or trying. It's like, be kind, for everyone you meet is trying, or whatever. So I was like, be stoned, for everyone you meet is a fucking idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it. If they're going to let me put it up, I put it up. Worst case scenario, it took me like longer to make the fucking quote, and then 30 seconds to make the shirt, and print on demand. So I don't know, man. It's cool. Like I said, a buddy of mine makes some pretty good money doing it. So
Yeah, it's like I said,
Why
it's
not?
cumulative. You can come up with some good shirt ideas. You can start building up a nice little store, a little brand even. I like the idea of having maybe like some fake made up philanthropist philosopher, and have him do different quotes, and then have a series of t-shirts that feature this particular fake dude's quotes. Maybe even make a picture of them. You can do all kinds of stuff with it.
no, 100%. I mean, you just gotta be real careful with copyright. So if you're gonna I don't think they'll let you get away with even the creative copyright on it. If it looks anything like Mickey Mouse, they're gonna pull that shit down.
Oh hell yeah.
Like they don't really play with that. And I know you can get away with creative fucking interpretation and whatever, but like shit doesn't really seem to fly on Shopify or whatever.
Yeah, even on eBay they'll pull that stuff down. I'm watching the common prices right now. I had both of my commons listed for $14.99, but the price has been pumping pretty quick, so I went ahead and delisted it. It looks like it's up to $16 now. So I don't know, maybe I'm putting them back up for $19.99 because they pumped pretty quick. There's still a lot there. There's only 2,000. Well, 2,000's a lot. I don't know. Maybe I should just let them sell for 15. Let me go ahead and relist these, and we'll probably wrap up the stream. I got to go hang out with some friends today and get ready for another week. It's summertime, so my kid's out of school all summer. We're trying to find stuff for him to do. He's been going to Planet Fitness. That's his new thing, working out all the time.
Okay.
I guess that's good. Better than running the streets.
Yeah, dude, listen, if you can keep these kids just fucking keep them active, sports, fucking working out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, shit, even gaming. You know what I mean? If these kids are out there, doing kid shit during the day and they want to fucking sit up all night fucking gaming, like, fuck it,
Yep.
You gotta let these kids get out and be kids,
Yeah, and a lot of people don't do that these days, including myself, because everybody's scared. But, I mean, we see so much stuff on TV. DOC says, who would have thought I.E. ass shirt would blow up like it did? I know. I would have thought, I wish I would have came up with the I eat ass idea, but it never popped in my head, to be honest.
The one shirt I sold the most of, it was actually right before Memorial Day, it was the middle one here on the graphic, American Tradition.
Yeah.
So I basically just took the American flag with the pot leaves and shit.
Oh, is that what that is? I can't see it.
Because I had a similar shirt growing up. It was a little bit different, but it was similar. And I always wanted that shirt again, and they just don't make it. So.
Shout out to Nate Parker's in the chat. Says, is BB still a thing? Yeah, I mean, we got such a big community here that even though the NFT industry right now is down, we got a lot of people that are still going for BB, and because of that, you can still make money on drops. Now, I didn't get a secret rare today, but the price on this common that I got just pumped to like 20. People were selling them for 12 a minute ago. I'm glad I delisted mine. I went ahead and put them both back up for $18.99, or maybe I did $17.99, but they sold right away, which is less than what I paid for them, $25 today. However, I mean, I had to drop, like I was saying earlier, this year, where I made 2,000 off a 20 gem drop, and then another one where I made 1,000 off of a 40 gem drop. So there's still good drops every once in a while. I try to live stream them when they happen on the weekends, but sometimes you have 3 or 4 crappy drops in a row, so you have to decide if you're willing to spend money on those type of drops, or if you're going to save your money for the good drops, because any drop you can make money on. You can get the lowest mint from any drop, and that mint is going to be worth more than what you paid for it.
Yep.
All
What
right.
we said about BB 2 years ago, I don't know when the fuck we all started doing this together, but it's been a while now.
Like 5 years ago.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think of like when me and you or BU and B hooked up for the show originally, but I'm saying we always talked about it, like the power of IP. We said if everything else is going to go under, it's going to be VeVe and Candy, or whatever had, Palm with DC, would be the one that would probably last, right? Because it's the power of the IP.
Yep.
And shit, here we are. People still sitting around going, BB's still a thing.
Yeah, they have.
Trust me, Nate, I'm with you, man.
Base.
Yeah, I'm with Nate. I can't believe it either.
Nate says, I started BB when I was 14. Now I'm 19. Now full-time trader. Oh, wow. But this is where it started. Always used to watch you and try to get the secret rares. Flashback, man. Yeah, I mean, come back and hang out with us. It's still a thing. And we were talking about earlier how it makes sense to hold on to some of this stuff. Like, don't put a bunch of money into it, but have like a moon bag of BB collectibles, because one day they might make some kind of crazy partnership with Disney metaverse, and now all your collectibles jump by 100x. So that's what happened in the first place. Whenever VeVe blew up the first time, I already had a bunch of collectibles that people told me weren't going to be worth anything, and then everything blew up, and my account was worth over $70,000. So that's why I always keep in mind that you got to have a little bit of a moon bag, because you never know what's going to happen with a company like this that has such great IP and backing that it probably ain't going anywhere. I sold my commons too soon because now they're up to a 22 gem floor price. Hope y'all didn't sell too soon. What's up, Too Fat? Good to see you, my man. Watching you on the TV over brunch. Let's go hit a secret rare today. Let's hit one more. Let's go.
All right, ball. So who wins it?
Pumping.
Knicks versus Spurs.
I mean,
What's the series going?
I hate to break your heart, but I've been saying forever that the Spurs were going to take off and just be unstoppable for the next 3 or 4 years. And if they could beat the Thunder, Knicks have a 10-day rest. I'll give them that. But if they can beat the Thunder, I don't know if they have anybody that can stop Wemby. Who do they got? Cat? He's such a wimp, dude. I don't know. What do you think? You're a Knicks guy. You're a New York guy, so I'm assuming you think the Knicks are going to win, right?
I do. I think the Knicks are going to win in 6, but I don't know if it's not going to be a cakewalk because I think people are going to sweep. First of all, I think Mitchell Robinson, I think he's out.
No.
Fuck, with his wrist or something?
No, he had surgery on his pinky, but he says he's going to play.
He's going to play, okay. So, if you got these big bodies down low, and the Knicks do have some guys that can body down low and play some defense. And listen, man, I don't watch basketball. So, my opinion you could take lightly if you want. But I did grow up watching the best era, right?
Right.
So when I turn on the NBA for the past 5 years, it's just boring to me. Every team, the majority of these teams are just boring as fuck. When I watch OKC running the table early on in the playoffs, I'm like, dude, they're just gonna get fucking obliterated when they meet the Spurs.
Right.
Because I was watching the Spurs and I'm like, man, that's just a different type of team. That's a good team that can play defense. They can move the ball in transition. They got guys that can shoot. And bro, first of all, I didn't even know majority of these guys, again, because I'm not super tuned in. Didn't know that was Ron Harper's kid.
Yeah,
on
Dylan Harper. Yeah.
Did not know that.
He's good.
And the more, when I saw that and I started looking at him and the way he shoots and the discipline he has on the court, I was like, holy shit. And then you start looking around at some of the other guys like that. I think dude last night, what was it? It was Anderson or the dude that popped off, like number 8 or some shit.
I'm not
Little
sure.
black dude. Bro, this guy is nasty. And if you start letting these other kids pop off, and not only that, they got the emotion that I think OKC just doesn't have. They got
young,
SGA.
man. They're young and excited, and OKC won it last year, so they're not as excited to be there.
But even when they won it, it's just like you watch them play, and it's just like, oh, it's so boring. It's just so boring. You watch SGA just fucking flop around and flounder, trying to draw contact. It's like, dude, did you see what was it, Michael Wilpon?
No.
Well, somebody said, they were like, if they win again, back to back, you're just gonna have every kid across the world practicing flopping and just trying to draw contact. And listen, the dude can shoot. Last night, he actually played a fucking hell of a game for an actual basketball player.
He scored like 37.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take away from him what he does. But man, the shit that he tries to do and gets away with a lot of times, I'm like, that is wild to even watch. So, anyway, I think Knicks in 6, but I think it's gonna be a hell of a series, man. I think the Spurs and the Knicks could probably only 2 teams I can stomach watching in the NBA at all. So I'm glad.
Yeah, they both play fast, so it's going to be an exciting series. Nate Parker says, I'll always be thankful to VeVe as it kicked off my business journey. I've heard several people say that they used the money that they made from VeVe early on, like 4 or 5 years ago during the bull run, to create their own companies, including this, I can't remember the name of it. There was this one big NFT project that a lot of people in VeVe were into, and he started that all from the money that he made from VeVe. He says, kicked off my business journey, got hooked and worked for me, but my first ever purchase was a comic book. Can't remember which one. $6.99 for a comic, and got a secret rare that sold for $2K. Those were the days. Yes, sir. Big body Brunson. Yeah, he's clutch too, so he's gonna be good in this series. I have no doubt. They're coming back down to 16,
Beat the Spurs
17.
in the cup. Oh, that's right. It's the NBA fucking cup, right? Like a mid-season shit or something.
Yep. And they beat the Spurs,
Yeah.
and that kind of was the same story with the Spurs and the Thunder, because the Spurs kind of dominated the Thunder during the regular season. When they met in the playoffs, the Spurs were the ones that came ahead. So if it's the same with the Knicks, that means the Knicks are going to win. I don't know. It's going to be fun to watch. It starts on Wednesday. Let's go.
You
All
really
right.
don't like Cat, huh? Because I remember when I watched the Knicks when we got fuck. I wasn't really following basketball again, but the dude that the Knicks traded for a Cat, right?
Yeah.
I remember watching him with my boy, who's a big Knicks fan, and I was like, why the fuck do we have this guy?
Was it Porzingis?
They traded him. It was like a 3-player trade.
Oh, okay.
I forgot who the fuck it was, but anyway, I just remember seeing it at the time and like, all right, see who we gave up. But then I saw a Cat and I'm like, dude, yeah, it's the type of guy I want on my team. And I just like watching this guy play, bro. I don't know if he's really that soft. Big body.
I have a skewed perception. Let me explain. I play a lot of NBA 2K with my kid, and we draft players. And every time I draft Cat, he sucks for me. So that's why I don't like him. It's not really because of how he plays. It's just because of how he plays on 2K.
So there's some personal bias there.
I can't shoot with him. I don't know why.
Julius Randle, by the way, is the guy. Yeah. This guy was supposed to be like the guy, you know what I'm saying? The savior of New York. And I'm like, I didn't see that shit. And then they had the other guy, DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
DiVincenzo, like he was a white dude or whatever.
Yeah, my kid likes
him. You know? But I remember seeing Cat, and I'm like, oh, this guy is kind of like a unique body in the NBA. And then seeing how quick he can move and how he plays and how he shoots, I'm like, damn. And the players around him, too, in New York, bro. Would they give up for Brunson? Some absurd fucking, like, 5 first-rounders? What the fuck was it?
I don't remember. That was a while back, but I was kind of surprised they did that at the time because he was like a bench player for the Mavericks, and then he ended up being an all-star, so they were right about him.
Yeah. Everybody's what I'm saying, but everybody was saying that shit. They're like, oh, why too much? And again, I wasn't really caring at the time.
Rob T says Cat's mom and 7 family members of his all died from COVID. Oof. That's crazy. Rob T says Brunson, Dylan Harper, and Cat all born in New Jersey. Wait, are you like a New Jersey guy? I don't care about people born in New Jersey. Hassan Piker was born in New Jersey. Does it mean you're a fan? I think Rob T probably is a fan of Hassan. So am I. I don't blame you.
Oh, poor Hassan having a hard time right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've been
Fucking
indicting all
by
kinds
the
of
government.
people, but it never goes through. Like, none of their charges ever go through because they're all bullcrap. Like, James Comey indictment, Letitia James indictment. None of that stuff went through. It all got dropped. So I don't think he's too worried.
I mean, that aside, I don't think that's even the biggest. If he does get indicted on that shit, yeah, we'll be the biggest of his problem. But he could even go to the fucking Delaney place yesterday, which you think he'd have more support. He got fucking heckled and ridiculed and had to leave. They asked him to leave.
Where at?
The Delaney Center over in Jersey, where everyone's protesting.
Oh, yeah, I heard about the protest there. I don't know. I've been stuck on this bricks and minifigs thing. I haven't been paying attention to politics.
Yeah, well, he was over there, you know, thinking he was going to help out, coming in as like the fucking left-wing savior. And it did not go well for him. Like I said, he's just... The fact, and again, I say it's so comical to me because I didn't even know you back then. But 2016, 2017... Hassan, Destiny, the Young Turks, bro. Steph's eyes, I could hear them. I could actually hear them rolling into the back of her head when I was like, these people could potentially be an issue down the road. And even on the right wing, there's a bunch of them, you know what I mean? And the fact that she's like, holy shit, they just show up everywhere now. Mainstream, fucking social media, it doesn't even fucking matter. It's all just blended together. And that just shows the stupid fucking world that we live in, which is now run by AI, so... One final question for you before I know you gotta go.
Okay.
Have you changed your stance on AI?
No, I still think that it's pretty much a marketing gimmick at this point. I mean, have you seen it?
No, that wasn't your initial stance. Your initial stance was that it's some dude programming it like a normal computer program, and that it could only do within the confines of what other people tell it to do.
It's more
and
powerful,
it's already proven that it could do way more than that.
I initially thought. However, it's still only going to be using previous knowledge. It's never going to create new knowledge.
That's not necessarily true, but I mean, again, these modules they've shown it. There's a ton of models that show it. Now, maybe not
like,
the free
it's
models.
Take all these jobs by 2024. Now it's going to take all the jobs by 2025. Oh, no, that didn't happen. Now it's going to take all the jobs by 2028. See, they have to keep hyping it up because it's all about getting as much investments as possible because they're holding up the GDP right now. So they got to make these grandiose promises so that people will keep giving them money.
To be fair, I have never been on record as saying it's going to take over the world by 2025. Probably not even 2030 at this point. But it will replace sectors and industries one by one. I don't know if you saw that funny ass video, bro, of like the delivery robot. I think it was in Texas.
Huh.
They're doing like the robots that you put the food in and it like fucking makes its way to deliver it.
No, I didn't see that.
This fucking robot is and this is not AI. This has been confirmed. It's not AI. It's at the fucking street corner, and what they do is they're designed to ask humans to hit the fucking button to cross for the crosswalk
What is it?
because they can't. They ask human beings at the corner to hit the fucking stop walk button, the crosswalk, because
Okay.
they can't fucking reach up and hit the button. So unless that thing ever turns green, they can't cross the road. So this fucking robot was sitting there for like 5 minutes.
What?
And then the black dude started fucking yelling at the robot. He's like, "You trying to take my fucking job, and now you want me to hit the button for you? Fuck you!" And he
Is
fucking,
this real?
it's real.
I
It's
gotta
real.
see this. This sounds awesome. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you just program the robot to, if you know it's going to be crossing the road there, why wouldn't you program it to be able to hit the button?
Well, again, they're gonna evolve to get to that point. But right now, you have people trying to scramble and invest and just put out these fucking robots, and they're like expecting humans to fucking show empathy for these fucking stupid little robots that are taking their jobs, you know. But they're gonna learn very quickly. Yes, we should have probably put an extension arm on there to hit the button. Like, yeah, because.
Obviously.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But these are the first fucking generation of what they're producing. But I just thought that's funny because, again, it's been happening for a while. I mean, you know, if you use like a self-checkout line, right? That's been automated for God knows how long, you know?
Yeah, but if they expect
But-
to have all these humanoid robots doing any type of thing, like whether it's delivery or working at stores, at the same time that AI and robots are replacing people's jobs, you already know what's going to happen. People are going to start beating up robots.
Oh, for sure.
happen all the time.
100%. 100%. Dude, there's that robot in Texas that walks around and insults people. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's not really AI generated. I mean, I guess it is because it's using real time feedback with people and what they say. It uses it to fucking it like rizzes them up, or it fucking it just makes fun of them. But anyway, somebody beat it up, and they got fined by like the city of Boston or some shit.
They probably got to pay for it. It's probably expensive as hell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But,
Then the OC says,
but again, like,
oh, sorry, I was going to read this real quick. He said, I don't think enough of y'all's actually watched The Terminator. AI definitely has potential for harm. Maybe not with killer robots, but still scary AF. Just saying. Yeah, a lot of people are scared. I'm scared too. And I think we should stop, but we can't stop because, like Mo says, because China's not going to stop. So what do we do?
exactly, and that's why the data centers have to go up. And I really hope that they would just use government fucking land, but they probably won't. They're going to continue to try to push people out, you know, and get them off their farms and take all that shit back too, because then they can control more of the green supply. And if you control the green supply during World War III, you pretty much would run the world. So, kind of crazy.
I miss hanging out with you, Mo, and having these long discussions about politics and paranormal activity. We might have to get the show back together, just do like a low effort version of it.
Listen, man, I talked to a lot of people that definitely miss what we do. Not one of them has ever like been, and this is no disrespect to your graphics because they're good and they do help. No one's ever been like, man, I really miss those graphics popping up on screen. They just miss me and you fucking shooting the shit. And especially when, you know, we typically have some pretty interesting, different, you know, viewpoints on things. And I always appreciate talking to you. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, we can always do a low effort version. I can pull stuff up on the fly. We can get an AI, chat pulled up so that we can ask it questions to verify information. So yeah, we're gonna get together, me and Mo, talk about it. Keep us in mind. Hit the notifications on the YouTube channel in case we do start going live so you don't miss it. And big shout out to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us. Congrats to all the secret rare hitters today. And
Hell yeah.
super big shout out to Mo. Mo's Twitter is linked down in the description below. Thanks for hanging out with me today, Mo. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, brother. Thank you for having me on. Chat, take it easy. I'm going to go try to figure out who's going to hit home runs tonight in baseball and put in a parlay. But, yeah, man, hit me up. Let me know if you ever want to run it back.
Absolutely.